Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my 5th month update in my pregnancy. A few weeks or a month ago or so, I can't keep track of time anymore, but I posted my announcement video, and what I was hoping to do was do like a, right after that, at that point I was 4 months, do like a first trimester update and then do monthly updates, but that month just got away with me. I'm planning moving forward just to do monthly updates, unless there's something super special going on. So for those of you who may have missed it or are new to my channel, my name is Adriana. I am pregnant and I am starting my 6th month. So tomorrow is the last day of my 5th month. I turn over my weeks on Mondays and it is a Saturday, so I figured let's go ahead and film it now. So I do have this app, Pregnancy Plus, that I really like, and I was just gonna talk about a few quick things about the baby as of today. So this isn't really like a month overview, but as of today the baby is just about 11 inches and 1 pound. So I think the typical baby is like 7-8 pounds, and like 9 is a little big, 10 is a porker, you know, like a nice chunky baby, or really chunky baby. But right now my little girl, and I'm having a girl, she is a pound, which means she's still pretty scrawny. Her skin is still semi-transparent. She's just starting to make up like the fat that's not just insulation, but the fat that like makes her chubby. So put it on, baby girl. I love chubby babies. And she already has like some hair on her head. I think her eyes are, I can't remember if they have pigmentation or not yet, but no. So even though the hair is growing on her head, the color will be white as the pigment hasn't developed. Oh, that's with her hair, so I'm still not sure, but she is moving around and it's more coordinated. It's not just like reflexes from like neurons firing. So that's really cool to know. And she is just about 11 inches. That's like almost a foot long. I got like a Frankfurter in here. I'm just so excited. And she was measuring big for several weeks. She was like 4 or 5 days ahead of schedule, so she might even be longer than that. And it's really hard as far as weight goes to determine how much I've gained or how much I should gain. I was really, really sick. I had a colitis flare my first trimester. So for about a month, I was super sick. Like I couldn't even eat. I couldn't take the medication that gets me better and calms down the inflammation. So I lost 16 pounds. I have gained that back, but my doctors were kind of going with my starting weight, not the weight after me losing the 16 pounds. So I every time I see my doctor every month, I'm just like, am I going at a normal rate? Because I feel like my belly is huge. Like I have a very, very, very good friend who is 2 months ahead of me, and I'm like, I look more pregnant than you. I've been looking more pregnant than you. Like, what the heck? And my doctor's just like, everyone is different. The baby could be closer to your spine, could be pushed out more. It depends on your frame. A lot of different things. And she was just like, as far as weight gain, she's like, you're fine. She's like, you're just kind of like a different case, and we'll take it week by week, month by month. She's like, if there's an issue, I'll let you know. So she's not worried, so I'm not worried. All of my appointments have gone great. The last appointment I went to, my monthly appointment when I was 5 months, or a little bit over 5 months, my mom went with me because my husband was really, really sick. So it was really nice because my mom heard the heartbeat and got to ask questions if she wanted to, and they gave me information on all the birth classes and new mom classes and stuff for like my husband and I to take. So we'll have to start looking at those. Oh gosh, guys, can you hear my dog gnawing on his toy? I feel bad stopping him, honestly, because it's his house too. So we're just gonna go with it. But so it was really good. The only thing is the nurse that came in was a new nurse to that department. So I had never met her. She had been on the birthing floor for years. She had a lot of experience, but she just wasn't my favorite. She asked if I was feeling the baby because I was over 5 months and or over 4 months, and I was just like, no. And she was like, really? Like, I'm like, woman, fix your face. You know, like, you have to be really careful with new moms, or just moms in general. Like, it's just like, why? Should I be feeling her? Is there something wrong? And I told her, and I'm like, well, did you read my chart? I didn't say that, but I have an anterior placenta, which means it's in the front. So most of the times the placenta is in the back of the uterus behind the baby. So when they're kicking you, it's just uterus and then belly, and you can feel it. But with an anterior placenta, there's that cushion, so it might take longer to feel. And my doctor had told me this. All the other nurses had said that. The ultrasound techs, like everyone said that. And this lady was just like, she made me a little nervous. So I explained that to her, and she's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. So it kind of annoyed me. And she took the heartbeat, and then the doctor came in, who I love. I love my doctor. I do have a high risk doctor. And she was just like, oh, so you're feeling the baby? And I was like, no. And she's like, well, you know, you'll be fine. Don't worry. You'll feel her shortly. Which just made me feel better. Funny enough, the next day, let me go to my notes. The next day I started feeling my little girl, which is just crazy to me. So I was 20 weeks exactly when I went to my doctor's appointment. The next day, so I was the first day into my 21st week, I started feeling her. Now, everyone's like, oh, you're going to feel like butterflies or bubbles popping. And I was just like, no. It actually felt, I don't remember if I was at work. I think I was laying down in bed because I would only feel her at like 10:30 p.m. at night the first few days. And then I started feeling her at work. But I was laying on my left side with my body pillow, and it just felt like, picture me in a uterus. I know, this is weird. It just felt like she was, like, if this is the uterus, well, it just felt like she went like this. So it felt like a rub, you know, or with her butt or something, you know? And it just felt like a baby moving. Like an actual creature inside of me moving. It wasn't like all flutters, which makes sense because at this point, the typical woman with a placenta in the back would be feeling the baby. So she's stronger. I never felt the flutters because that would have happened weeks ago. So I was just like, I felt my baby, like legit felt this little human moving. Freaked out, told my husband, of course he's trying to feel it. And I was like, you can't feel it from the outside. And then a few days later, I started feeling her when I was at work around the same time. So, I mean, the baby's sleeping like 14 hours a day, if not more. So it wasn't often. And then I started feeling her kick at 21 weeks. So just about 1 week later, almost exactly. And it just felt like a jab. Like, I don't know if she's kicking or punching or elbowing or kneeing me or what, but like, or headbutting me, but it was like a legit like, boom. Like, I got you, mom, tag, you're it, you know? And so that was really exciting. What's up with everything else? Month 5, I have had a lot more energy. I do feel more like myself, but I am still exhausted. When they said you'd feel like yourself, you'd get back to normal, they said you'd have a surge of energy in your second trimester. I don't have a surge of energy. I just feel a bit more like myself. I'm still really tired. I get winded when I'm talking. I'm going to be exhausted after this one video. I got all done up and I was like, I'm only going to film one video. Normally I try to bang out like 2 or 3. But I'm already tired. I'm out of breath because everything is being pushed up from my uterus rising, my intestines, my lungs. So my heart rate is naturally faster when I work out. I'm just like, I can't breathe, you know, so there's a lot going on. It's a big adjustment, and I am still really tired, but I can do laundry and I can clean, and you know, I've been staying up later. I was falling asleep at like 6:30 p.m. in my first trimester, you know, so I have to force myself to go to bed earlier because I'm just so exhausted, and I wake up exhausted, and no matter how much sleep I get, I wake up exhausted. It's just, I'm tired. I'm making a baby here, so I am. The 2 main things, okay, well, let me say, excuse me, my skin has been really weird. So I have very normal skin. I think I have pretty good skin. Like, I don't break out often, things like that. But my skin, I have like dry patches over here, especially here. I had like a dry patch here. Like, I would leave the house fine, and then an hour or 2 later at work be like, oh my God, my makeup had completely broken up, or it was like, it looked so cakey in certain areas. I'm trying to exfoliate more, but not over exfoliate. I'm trying to hydrate it, but I'm not trying to clog my pores. I'm trying to mask but not over mask. I don't like it, you know. Hopefully I look decent for you guys, but I just am not used to having skin problems. And again, it's just another temporary thing. And I'm like, well, I don't know how long this will take. I don't know if after I have the baby, it'll calm down, or if it's just gonna go through the whole time that I'm breastfeeding, God willing, if I can breastfeed, you know, things like that. So it's just another side effect. The really bad things that have been going on, not really bad, but the more unpleasant symptoms, side effects, my feet have been swelling on and off. It was on and off during week 20, and then the past week, my feet have just been, I'm looking at them now, they look so chubby and sad. But yeah, my feet are really bad, but my back pain is tremendous. I had really lower back pain. I had really bad lower back pain in my 4th month, to the point where I would stand up and I couldn't walk, and I would be like hunched over and like falling with every step. And that lasted a couple weeks and it went away. And now it does hurt, which is typical because your body's changing, your center of gravity is changing. And my upper back, like between my shoulder blades and my neck, just feels like like someone's ripping my muscles. It burns. I started getting prenatal massages because I do get monthly regular massages, and I had stopped once I found out I was pregnant. And it's just so, it gets to the point where I'm like, babe, like to my husband, I'm like, we're in bed and I'm like, stick out your elbow, and I'll just like rub my back on his elbow because it is so bad. It is so bad. So that, and I'm just like 5 months, you know, like I'm just starting my 6th month. I'm like, this is going to get so much worse. So I'm really trying. I do have a massage, an 1.5-hour massage set up for next week, but I hope it didn't sound like I was complaining too much. I'm just trying to be real, because a lot of things, no one ever told me, or no one ever explained to me. And I don't know. It is hard. Being pregnant is physically, emotionally taxing. And I have been more emotional sometimes. My first trimester was really bad, but it's not too bad. I guess I should ask my husband. There are times when like he thinks I'm ridiculous, and he'll tell me. So I appreciate it after the fact. When you're emotional in the moment, it's like, not the time, sweetie, not the time. But I mean, I feel good, you know, despite all of that typical stuff. And then if you tell someone who's had kids, they're like, oh, just wait. And it's like, I know it gets worse. I know I'm not going to sleep for the next 20 years, but can I have my moment, you know? But I am just so tired. It's very overwhelming, so I try not to think about it. But other than all of that stuff, like, I am doing really well, and I'm really happy. And anytime I'm really stressed out, or I get overwhelmed, or I get sad, or I get really insecure and I feel really fat and blah, 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 I just remind myself, and it's usually like 60 seconds or less. It really is, because then I'm just like, well, you know, I'm having my little girl, and if I have stretch marks, so what? If I have a saggy belly, so what? Like, it's a life that my husband and I created and that we're bringing into this world, and Sniper's gonna have a little sister, and, you know, I'm not gonna care. I'll deal with all that stuff later, you know. So I just want a healthy girl. I'm trying to eat better. I'm trying to stay active, and that's really all you can do. This is my belly. I don't really wake up this big, but this is what happens. She's so cute. I hope I did a good update. I don't know. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comments. And feel free to do that in my next upcoming videos or on Instagram. And maybe I'll do like a Q&A at some point. Maybe if it's even later in the pregnancy, like closer to my due date. Or maybe I'll even post it, you know, after I'm due. That way there's like a video that comes up while I'm not filming, because I'll be a new mommy. But yeah, so I'm going to stop this. I'm going to film a haul that will probably go up in like a week or even a couple days. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay beautiful, stay blessed. If you're a new mommy, if you already have babies, or if you're hoping to be a mommy, or if you just, even if you don't ever want kids, but you just like watching these kinds of vlogs, just let me know in the comments down below. I wish all of you the very, very best, and I thank you for all your love and support and your well wishes and your prayers, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.